All right, people, once again, I welcome you all to Moments of Matters Arising with the Street Comrade. It is still our time out here, to look at how things are panning out, especially in Nigeria as we journey towards, the 2027 general election. On daily basis, there are lots of activities happening. It is expected. But before then, I want to tell you, thank God it's Friday. Have a best Friday ever. All right, quickly. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, his position is shaky. Okay, his position is threatened as Labour Party, the UK Labour Party, of which he's the leader, suffers severe losses within this period as elections happens. Angola makes its first fuel export. Angola now has a refinery, and it's a refinery that has the capacity to produce about 30,000 about 30,000 barrels per day. So it has made its first export to the oil market. World Bank turns 80 today with about 25 directors representing 189 countries. 25 directors for 189 countries. For government students, take note of that. That World Bank is 80 years today. South African Constitutional Court reopens impeachment proceedings against Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa. A FedEx driver in Texas has been sentenced to death for kidnap and murder of a 7-year-old Texan citizen. Popular French shipping company CMA CGM. If you see containers, you see boldly written on it CMA CGM. Is a popular French shipping company. Has been attacked in the Strait of Hormuz. All right. Nigerian government commiserates with China over the explosion in Chinese factory. Chinese factory that is in the business of producing what we call banger here and knockout and all those kind of friendly explosives for festivity. Went into flames a couple of days ago. So Nigerian government has commiserated with the Chinese government. Global debt hits $353 trillion. Institute of International Finance has said. $353 trillion. So you find out of this amount how much Nigeria owes. All right, that is it on international grounds. Now back to Nigeria. Chief Femi Fani-Kayode reportedly rejected by Germany and has been redeployed to South Africa. So Chief Femi Fani-Kayode, popularly known as FFK, it is good you get to know that he's no longer the ambassador designate to Germany. He has now been redeployed to South Africa. Aminu Dalhatu, warmly received at St. James Palace as Nigeria's ambassador to the United Kingdom. I watched the video. It was a nice one. It was actually well received by the king himself, as he submits his letter of credence to the king. Sharia police, Hizbah, reportedly arrest seven men over wife swapping in Bauchi. Nigerians has gone that the men are swapping their wives in North as reported, and Hizbah, have been able to nab 7 of those who partook in that unhealthy exercise, if we may use that word. Okay, so Goodluck Jonathan asked court to dismiss suits seeking to bar him from the 2027 general election. This matter has been on for, I think, for a very long time. There has been question of if President Goodluck Jonathan, former, still has the right, to contest for future elections in Nigeria, owing to the fact that he has been sworn in twice as the president. And I think somewhere in the 1999 Constitution, as amended, expressly stated that somebody can only be sworn into office for twice and for 2 terms. However, in his own case, one of the terms was, to finish up the term of his the then president Yaradua. Okay, so but the court in the coming days will be able to tell us clearly, where the matter, actually stands. Federal High Court in Abuja reportedly ordered interim forfeiture of 9 properties linked to Timipriye Silva. Timipriye Silva, the former petroleum minister who was linked, to the alleged coup that took place last year, and it was widely speculated that he was the key sponsor, financial sponsor of that coup. But as we speak, I think he is nowhere to be found. He's actually gone into hidings. So, a federal high court has requested that his properties be forfeited in the meantime. Abia State Accord Party dumps governorship bid to support Chief Alex Otti. Good news. Chief Alex Otti has been doing good from fillers in Abia State. So Accord Party has thought it wise that there's no need to distract the governor from what he's doing. Let him complete his second tenure. Good news. All right. El Rufai remains in custody as court moves his matter to June 1st. I told fellas months ago that if care is not taken, El Rufai may not be around to have the party primaries. All right. APC National Working Committee approves a waiver for President Tinubu not to be screened, since it has been accepted that he is the consensus candidate. All right. Chibika Mechi, former Minister of Transport, picks presidential form from the ADC. Dangote set to establish a 20,000 megawatts power station to help Nigeria, out of its power quagmire. Power has been a problem in Nigeria despite the huge amount of money that has been expended to, and policies, robust policies that has been brought forward to see how we get steady power, but to no avail. All right, 50 tertiary institutions to share in federal government's 250 billion intervention fund to address accommodation crisis in tertiary institution. That's a good one. I'll fix power grid collapse in 3 months. Minister designate Tebe stated at the floor of the House during screening. May God help him. He said in 3 months, the incessant power grid collapse will be fixed. All right. Nigeria now have council to approve honorary degree as the doctor preference, DR, that's doctor preference, that people use, who are honorarily given to, has been banned. You don't use it again. And for now, before you are awarded the honorary doctorate degree, you have to pass through the new established council, to make sure that you are worthy of such honor. The police IG scraps SWAT, replaces it with VCRU, that is Violent Crime Response Unit. This is all we have for you today, friends and followers across the globe, on Moments of Matters Arising with the Street Comrade. We're still wishing you a great weekend ahead. Be safe and be careful out there. Thank you.